This video is proudly brought to you by the Wildlife Diversity Program at the Texas Parks and Wildlife Department.
Every spring and summer, birds busy themselves building nests, laying eggs, and feeding their young. But what happens when something goes wrong and you find helpless, unfeathered babies on the ground, or a nest that has been knocked out of a tree? It's a simple process to reunite nesting birds and their young. This mockingbird nest was knocked out of a tree in our backyard after a strong storm. When you find unprotected nestlings, be sure to put away household pets. Curious cats and dogs are a threat to nesting birds. In our case, these mockingbird chicks aren't fully feathered, and they aren't aggressively trying to fly away. So we know they aren't ready to leave the nest just yet. If the nest is still intact, and you can reach it, simply place the chicks back in the nest. Don't worry about touching the birds. It's not true that the smell of your hands will cause the nest to be abandoned. If you can't find the nest, or if it is out of reach, you can make a temporary replacement nest. You'll need a hanging basket and some natural materials like mulch, leaves, or moss. Fill the hanging basket so that the materials come up to the edge. This way, as the chicks get older and begin to explore, they won't fall between the nest and the walls of the basket. Be sure to leave space in the middle to fit the chicks. If you have the whole nest, place it into the hanging basket. Make sure to fill in the gaps with natural materials to stabilize the basket, provide support to the nest, and prevent the chicks from falling into the deep basket as they explore their world. Find a hanging spot as close to the original nest as possible and hang the basket from a sturdy hook or branch. When the parents return, there's a good chance they'll find the new nest, especially if the nestlings make lots of noise. But resist the urge to babysit too closely or to constantly check on the nestlings. You want the adults to feel comfortable investigating, and they can't do that if you're constantly peeking into the nest. The adults may not return immediately, and when they do, they probably won't stay very long. In our case, the adults watched the entire procedure and fed the nestlings within a few hours. Not all bird species are so bold, so be patient. Trust that their natural instinct will continue and let them do what they do best. Be sure to check out our other videos about nature by searching for Texas Parks and Wildlife Department on YouTube.